It's another day, so you know that means we've got another PlayStation Store sale. Yes, it's becoming laughable at this point how many PlayStation Store sales Sony is running, but we've got another PlayStation Store flash sale. Not quite as big as some of the other sales that they've been running, but still some pretty good deals hidden in there, so I want to go over that. On top of that, the PlayStation Twitter account announced that we'll be getting some new Sekiro Shadows Die Twice gameplay very soon, over 10 minutes of gameplay to be exact, so you can definitely be excited for that. Another notable PlayStation 4 game release in Earth Defense Force 5 has gotten its release date, so I want to go over that. Not a game everybody's going to be talking about, especially as we head into this latter portion of the year with all these big game releases. Earth Defense Force definitely isn't going to be a title a lot of people are going to cover, so I want to give it the mention that it deserves. THQ Nordic recently got the rights to Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, but they aren't stopping there. They've just gotten the rights to 2 other major franchises as well, so I'll go over that. The Vampyr-themed RPG and Vampyr has gotten a brand new update, and it's an update we covered a while ago when it was originally announced, but I do want to go over it again, especially because it is on sale as a part of that flash sale. And lastly, Obsidian Entertainment, the guys that brought out Fallout New Vegas and more recently Pillars of Eternity and Tyranny on PC, are working on a brand new multiplayer game, so it could be interesting what that'll turn out to be. More on that at the end of this video. First, let's take a look at the brand new PlayStation Store flash sale. It'll be ending on September 24th at 8 AM Pacific time. Not a ton of deals here, but still some notable deals. BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle is 30% off at $34.99. That's a pretty good price as that game is only 2 to 3 months old, so to already see it 30% off, I would say that's quite good, and for fighting game fans, that's definitely a game to check out. Dark Souls Remastered is 30% off for $27.99. Still a little bit expensive on that, but it is Dark Souls 1 Remastered. It's a pretty decent remastering as far as all of the remasters go. Definitely not the best one, but if you played Dark Souls 1 in the past and you just want to re-experience the game, definitely not a bad way to do so. I just want to mention this one because it's kind of funny. Extinction is 70% off for $17.99. I did say that this game was going to be in the bargain bin rather quickly. I believe it released back in April, so 5 months later, it is less than a third of its original cost. At $17.99, I wouldn't say the game is worth it. With so many other great games available at your disposal right now, if you want to play Extinction really badly, I would still say wait for a deeper discount. Probably, honestly, when this game is down to like $4.99 or $6.99, around that point, I would say go ahead and give it a try. But still at $17.99, I think it's a bit too expensive, but it is dropping in price rapidly. Far Cry Primal is 70% off for $14.99. I think Far Cry Primal is quite a good game, very similar to Far Cry 3, 4, and 5. I know at surface value, you might look at the game and say, oh my god, such a different setting than all of the other Far Cry games, but fundamentally, yes, it does have a new coat of paint, but those fundamentals are still intact, and you can tell that it's a Far Cry game, and that's what you really want. You get that different setting, but you also get those fundamentals you know and love about Far Cry. At $59.99, it was a little bit of a hard sell, but now at $14.99, I think this is a great pickup. Do want to give a shout to Luminous Remastered, 25% off for $11.24. Luminous is an awesome puzzle game. It originally released back on the PSP, and it was received very well there. A remastered version was released back in July, so you understand why the price is still relatively high and it's not seeing a deep discount. 25% off for a game of this quality, however, I would still say is well worth it. As I mentioned at the top of this video, Vampyr is 33% off, not a deep discount. I would have loved to see this game 50% off, but still 33% off knocks it off about $20, and it is available for $40.19. I was a big fan of this game. I think I was a bigger fan of this title than most people. However, most people at least seem to agree that it's at least a decent RPG. I thought it was a very good game, and now with the introduction of that new update, which I'll cover in a little bit, I think Vampyr has become an even more enticing option. And yes, the price still might be a little bit hefty, and I can definitely understand if you want to wait for a deeper discount. Honestly, I probably would wait for a deeper discount because I could see this game hitting that 50% off range by Black Friday time. However, if you've had interest in the game, if you have been wanting to pick it up at $40, I would still say you're getting a quality experience, especially with that new update. And lastly, I definitely do want to give a shout to Yakuza 6 The Song of Life, which is 40% off down to $35.99. Awesome price for Yakuza 6. This was a game that released not too long ago, just a little over 5 months ago, and it is a fantastic game. Really capped off the Yakuza franchise in a big way. And if you're not completely sold on the game just from me talking highly about it, there is a demo for the game available, so I would recommend you to give that a try, and if you enjoy that, go ahead and pick the game up. We do know that the Yakuza team is working on a brand new game in Project Judge, and that game is shaping up incredibly. It looks awesome and definitely a step above the Yakuza titles, However, the Yakuza games are really good. Yakuza 6 might not be the best entry point if you're just looking to get into the franchise. I would recommend you to check out Yakuza 0 if you're just getting into the series, but still a rather good game and a lot of content here as well. So $36 for this game, an absolute buy in my opinion. Okay, so that's the PlayStation Store flash sale. So moving on from that, I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Well, we'll be seeing some new gameplay of that very soon. Tomorrow on the official PlayStation YouTube channel, they will be revealing 10+ minutes of new gameplay. Here's the official tweet from the PlayStation Twitter account. Ready for a new look at Sekiro Shadows Die Twice? Tomorrow at 1 AM Pacific time, we'll reveal 10+ minutes of new gameplay on youtube.com/PlayStation featuring the harrowing corrupted monk. Sekiro has been gaining in quite a little bit of traction recently, and of course this game is being done by From Software, the same guys that put out Dark Souls. Definitely different from that, but if you're just looking for a challenging action-adventure game, Sekiro is definitely gonna have you covered on that end. We were worried for a little bit, wondering on whether or not Sekiro would have microtransactions, but that was confirmed to be false, so this game is microtransaction free, and the gameplay we've seen thus far has looked rather good, and we'll be seeing more tomorrow. Moving on from that, well, Sekiro is a highly anticipated game. A game that's been going a little bit under the radar is Earth Defense Force 5, and it's gotten a release date of December 11th. If you've never played Earth Defense Force, it's a very zany third-person shooter, although this one does have a little bit different of a tone to it. Expect the zany gameplay to remain intact and expect a high-quality and fun third-person shooter. This is gonna be yet another PlayStation 4 exclusive, so another one to add on that pile as it's launching on December 11th.
Emergency alert! What happened?
He was eaten! George was
You gotta be kidding me! I don't want to die like
This
that!
is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill.
Creatures ain't that way too fast to get out!
Moving on from that, THQ Nordic has been making a lot of moves. We know they're bringing out Biomutant, we know that they recently acquired Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, and now they've acquired some more IPs. The official THQ Nordic Twitter account put this out, quote, "We are happy to announce that THQ Nordic has acquired the IPs for Alone in the Dark, a Lovecraftian survival horror game series, and Act of War, a real-time strategy game featuring a story by New York Times best-selling author Dale Brown from Atari." So I don't know what THQ is going to do with Alone in the Dark. I think Alone in the Dark is a series that has a lot of potential, and seeing some remastered entries or some ports to the PlayStation 4, I think there's a lot of potential in that. Act of War, I definitely don't foresee that resonating with a console audience. However, to a PC audience, I could see that making some moves. However, what you can say about all of this is that THQ Nordic is really expanding their library, and I think from the original defunction of THQ, I think Nordic is doing a great job in making the necessary moves to make sure that they are a successful brand. So great to see that. And remember that us over here are still waiting on that announcement of a Kingdoms of Amalur remaster. THQ Nordic has that IP now, so hopefully we get that rather soon. A little bit earlier, I mentioned how Vampyr was on sale, and the game has recently gotten better thanks to a brand new update. This new update introduces 2 new difficulty modes, a story mode and a hard mode. Now, I would recommend you not to play this game on the hard mode. The gameplay side of things with Vampyr wasn't the standout component. It was definitely the story, so if you just want to experience the Vampyr story and have gameplay be a little bit more secondary, I think that is the ideal way to play this title. Outside of that, they've also introduced NVIDIA Antil, and they have a few fixes listed, and here they are. An issue where the key to Morgue was missing has been fixed, that's mission 21. Fixed an issue where there was a wall missing. Fixed an issue that would occur with two-handed weapon skills. Fixed an issue with simplifies Chinese achievements appearing in English, and various other smaller fixes. The new Vampyr update will be dropping on September 26th, so the sale does end on September 24th, so a little poor timing on that. However, if you buy the game now, of course, that update will go into effect on September 26th, and you can enjoy the game in the story mode if you want to that way. Lastly, it looks like Obsidian Entertainment is creating a brand new multiplayer game, as their job listings seem to indicate that. Specifically, they're looking for a network programmer, and it says that Obsidian is looking for experienced programmers to develop network and multiplayer gameplay systems using Unreal Engine. Responsibilities include develop and maintain systems related to networking and multiplayer gameplay, collaborate on solving various game design challenges as they relate to multiplayer gameplay, debug and optimize network systems for optimal latency and bandwidth utilization, and 5+ years of industry experience developing multiplayer games for PC and consoles is is needed. Multiplayer game is seemingly a little bit out of Obsidian Entertainment's wheelhouse. We know them for a lot of high-quality single-player RPGs. Again, Fallout New Vegas, Pillars of Eternity, Tyranny, all of those were really good games, but seeing Obsidian expand their horizons a little bit and work on a multiplayer game, that could be quite interesting, and we'll keep you updated on that. There were rumors circulating about Microsoft acquiring Obsidian, which would be unfortunate because obviously that would mean a PlayStation 4 release of this title probably wouldn't happen, but that is yet to be announced, and Obsidian is still a free entity. And that's gonna wrap up this video. Again, a pretty decent PlayStation Store flash sale is going on right now. Highlights include Yakuza 6 The Song of Life being $35.99, Luminous Remastered 25% off for $11.24. I think that's a pretty sleeper deal, and Far Cry Primal 70% off for $14.99 is quite good as well. We'll be getting 10 plus minutes of new Sekiro Shadows Die Twice gameplay tomorrow, so be excited for that. Earth Defense Force 5, a brand new PlayStation 4 exclusive, will be dropping on December 11th. THQ Nordic has acquired both Alone in the Dark and Active War, so they are making some big moves. Vampyr is getting a new update on September 26th, and Obsidian is hiring for an upcoming multiplayer game. That's gonna conclude this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.